The Sports Time Podcast.
Let's go on to the coaches' firings that happened on Wednesday as well. Scott Brooks was let go by the Wizards. I wasn't super shocked by that. What did you think about that?
Well, I think they're a step closer to getting Westbrook out of there, hopefully. I mean, because we know Scott Brooks and Westbrook's connection as, a player and a coach. I mean, Scott Brooks just came out a few months ago stating that he feels like Russell Westbrook is the second best point guard all time. I mean, obviously I don't agree with that, but, it just kind of depends on what these two do with Westbrook and Bradley Beal. I mean, I don't really know what head coach can really come in and fix them, because I know this is a team that they struggle defensively and their offense is pretty lackluster. They didn't run many sets with, Scott Brooks in the organization and everything. Russell Westbrook was very inefficient. His style of play kind of hurt their spacing to a certain degree. But, I mean, I guess, guys like Chauncey Billups is somebody that you definitely want to be looking at if you're the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, and I feel like Bradley Beal is probably out the door as well. I don't know if he's a free agent this year or he gets traded. I think he's got an option on his contract or something like that. So we'll see what happens there. Let's jump on to the Pelicans firing Stan Van Gundy. I was a little shocked that they fired him after just one season. I'm not a super huge fan of Van Gundy, but what did you think about that firing?
I mean, he didn't show us anything that was spectacular. You know what I mean? I mean, Lonzo Ball improved his three-point percentage. He does need to improve in other aspects of his game, especially if it was ball handling and, just being able to create off the dribble. And you have Zion Williamson, who's quote-unquote an all-star snub, alongside, a decent amount of young youthful players that, will be very beneficial for this offense. But it didn't seem like Stan Van Gundy's offense really worked for them in the entire year. I mean, a lot of times the Pelicans, they would be doing good in a game. They would be up 20 points and then all of a sudden give up a 30-10 run. And then, they end up losing the game ultimately. And then on top of that, I mean, obviously this is a players' league. Stan Van Gundy, he doesn't, strike me as the type of guy that really builds great relationships with players. I mean, just ask Dwight Howard, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that Stan Van Gundy was a guy for New Orleans, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Van Gundy isn't – I feel like he was better earlier in his coaching career, and now lately he just seems like everywhere he goes he gets fired. He got let go in Detroit. Now he gets let go in New Orleans. And with that such a talented roster, I felt like he could have done better. And I feel like that job's going to be very I think there's going to be a lot of coaches that are going to want that job. I think what Freddie Coleman on ESPN on Wednesday night was saying that most likely there's going to be a huge line at the door waiting to be a head coach there because of so many, because of Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. If Lonzo Ball stays, that job is very enticing for a lot of coaches who want to be head coaches in the NBA.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Town Podcast, or the STP Pod for short. If you want to check out more videos of the Sports Town Podcast, click on the left. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on the right.